In this video, we are creating a badass Santa. Merry Christmas and welcome to another video. This one, we'll create none other than the Santa itself. But he's not gonna be kid friendly. I'm sorry, kids, if you're watching it, he's gonna be badass this time. Enough of those lame ass Santas. No way. It's a big ass, bad ass macho Santa fighting his way through the jungle, fighting monsters and delivering you some cool gift if you are a good boy or a good girl. So yes, that's the story behind the Santa. He is a warrior. He wants to give you presents, and at the same time, when he faces difficulties, he just slashes through them, defeats the monsters, and give you your presents what you deserve. So yes, he's that kind of Santa that I'm making right now. So for this one, to save a little bit of time, I did not create the body from scratch. I used the tool that was available in ZBrush itself and modifying it on the shape according the body of the type of body that Santa have. That means some fat, the round belly, the macho face, some details here and there, just to make it, you know, more like Santa. It's gonna be a little lengthy video because a lot of work has been done and a lot of work has been put in the video, in the making of the video actually. This model and in this one you will see that I have not used Marvelous Designer and I am creating the dress in ZBrush itself. So you will get to know how you can add folds and make believable clothing in ZBrush, even if you don't know Marvelous Designer as well. So I'm just extracting few parts of the body to make the base shape of the dress, which was that red coat. Yeah, I am making one sleeve folded and one full sleeve. Just the Santa is a little stylish, you know? Trying to shape up all these all the basic shapes of the dress, sculpting insides so that it do not look very thick. Try to carve your way. Otherwise, if your dress looks thick, you won't be able to convey the right material that you're trying to create for your dress. So if you are sculpting clothing, this you have to keep in mind that your material should be right. That means you have an idea of what materials we're going. Cotton, satin, velvet, whatever. But keep in mind that you have some references in your PRF because you might look at it continuously and then you will realize what the difference between folds that happens among different clothes. Yes, you have to keep those things in mind while sculpting any clothing. ZBrush, you just cannot put any fold from anywhere. Also, make sure that you realize that your folds are going in one flow, not crisscrossing each other. If the garment is flowing or falling down, there must be certain folds which affects from gravity and some other fold cannot cut. I have seen a lot of sculpts with random fold, it just doesn't make any sense. You have to observe in real life or gather some references and then start with that. Don't start with grabbing the standard and just put it. So, for clothes, what you have to keep in mind is the tension points. Tension points are those high points on the body, or the bones, or the points where the folds can happen, or where the starting of the fold happens. Yeah, keep in mind what are those tension points and work your way through that. In this case, since the belly is big, the folds can happen around the belly a little bit, and it also depends on pose. So, in the beginning, I have not worked a lot on folds. I've been placing all the pieces all together to get an idea how it's gonna look. And then after the pose, I'll work a little bit more on the folds. So yeah, right now creating the sole of the shoes, semi-leather shoes, and it should look like a rugged. So for leather also, you have, it's a boot actually, not shoes. So you should have an idea of how the folds come in leather, because it should not look exactly like cotton, it should look like leather. So yeah, for leather, while I'll do it, I'll explain. For now, I'm creating the sole and shaping it up, trying to polish it more, spend a little bit of time there. Yeah, I hope you all are safe since COVID cases are increasing again. Take your good care, wear masks, and spend Christmas wisely. Be happy, stay safe this winter season, and I wish you a Merry Christmas and a very, very happy New Year. So, see, we are at the fold stage, and you might observe some diamond shapes happening in this, because leather behaves this way. Make sure you have diamonds all connected. This is a hard fabric. It's not even a fabric, but it can come in fabric. It's leather, and it just not drapes, free falls. So yes, it retains some shapes, also gives you nice folds. And I'm trying to detail all the folds that I have and connecting them with one another so that it makes sense. And here I am adding few more parts, such as hat. And eventually the hair and beard will come after that. So yeah, just a simple Santa hat. Make sure you buy one for yourself. Wear it for the rest of the day. It's fun. And here, just create mask, extract, dynamesh, reshape, cut the beard. That's basically the whole process of creating anything. If you have a base, so yeah, such as this, or the beard, I'll do the other. And then later on this hair will come. So sometimes you might see that you've got holes when dimension and everything. You just have to inflate and diminish again and get rid of holes, and it'll be fine. Just have to move them in places, shave it up, it'll be all fine. So yeah, I guess the posing starts. I have almost all the elements except those furry details, which will come for the rest later. And yeah, starting the pose. It's a simple pose. On one hand, the gift bag. On the other hand, he is holding the axe, and one leg is on top of a rock. That's all. That's a simple pose that he's going for. And based on the folds, you can see that I will be detailing the dress. And since the knee is out this time, so the tension will be different for pants. For one leg and for one leg, it will be free falling drapes. And yes, trying to make jacket a little bit longer. A lot of trucks have been passing by. Come on. It's always the case this morning. Every morning, a lot of trucks of water tanker pass. Anyways, back to the point. So while posing, I have decided, let's not make a simple pose. I mean, it is a simple pose, but let's make it affect by a wind, which is going from left to right. So yes, that is the main focus. Give some dramatic values to the character, which is nice. Even the hair will flow in the same direction. It won't be still. This doesn't make any sense. We are trying to make a pose of him holding something. It's just a placeholder. I kept a cylinder for that. Shaping up all the fingers, posing each one of them one by one. So have patience. This might be a tidy process, and you might not like it in the beginning, but it gives you a lot of value to the character. It makes them look alive. Tea poses are boring. Make them pose. If you are making only high poly, highly the chest, you create some pose, give some pose to your character. It will put a lot of values in them. And T pose only if you are creating some kind of low poly after that. So yeah, some details on the clothes, as well as see the wind is blowing from one direction. Just by some little hills you can convey your messages. It's gonna be a windy winter. Started with the details on the folds, a little bit here and there, one by one. There we go, with some contact folds and the folds which are falling from the knee. So yeah, in the end it should all make sense. All your folds should make sense. You cannot put whatever you want wherever you want. Do not do that. It just looks weird. You can put it, but it just looks weird and does not look professional. So if you still learning and you still want to step up your game a little, just have to keep these things in mind. Do not overdo it. Do not go crazy with the folds. Don't put folds everywhere. Keep it simple and subtle. That's how folds behave naturally. Believe me, for a thick jacket kind of material, it is like that. It might be different for puffy jacket, have a lot of folds, creases, but for something like this, for pants, keep it simple and subtle. These are not denim. These are some kind of pajamas. I'm not sure, but yeah, that's what it is. So as you can see, the left leg is looking quite good. From the knee down, the folds are falling, and it does make sense. So as here, I'm not going crazy with the folds, just keeping it subtle. Not even stylized. I am not going with the stylized look this time, but trying to keep it subtle, trying to keep it natural. Yeah, comfortable clothes have some smoother folds as well as some folds at the bottom mostly. If you're wearing some loose clothes, try to observe them. Yes, this is a new point. If you are coming in this field, if you want to be an artist, you should learn how to observe your things, your environments, your clothing, the people, everything around you. Try to observe them, and you get to know and learn a lot of stuff just by observing. Don't just look at it, observe how certain things look in certain scenes, scenarios. So yeah, since nipples are there, some folds might drift from them as well. And land on the belly, just some. Don't make it look like some sci-fi jacket, so you can keep the folds under control. Because minimal folds look way much better than all those noisy, and you might think that they look more detailed, but that's not the case. People misunderstood detail with noise. This I this time the belt was affected by the wind a lot, but then later on I realized it's leather, have weight, so it will just move a little bit, not this much. So that I will fix. But do the belt a little bit, pushing it there, but also at the same time not spending so much time in this. We can come to details later. First, our goal should be to put all the pieces together, all the elements, everything, and see the bigger picture in less than 50% of our work, then go to details. For this center, I did not have so much time to detail it further, but I would suggest you this is the workflow that you can follow. First, put all your base models, base details, base shapes in, and then shape them once they are in place. And if they are not symmetrical, you can go ahead with the pose. If you're only making high poly and you're gonna present your high poly to the world, go with the pose. Especially for clothing, do not make folds or detail them before your pose. Please don't do that. You can remesh it, keep remeshing if you dynamesh. Do not leave them hanging. They might give you some star pattern result or some noisy patterns which you might want to avoid. So yes, the first step was to bring in all your shapes, shape the character, bring in the bases and everything, then pose, and then comes the detailing. And in detail, there are again three parts: primary details, which are big details, such as the details that I'm doing right now, the bigger folds, the seams, zippers, belts, etc. And then the medium-sized details, which will come secondary details. This will come as the secondary details, which are the folds for smaller stuff, like smaller folds or some smaller details, some smaller props, minute details. So here I'm bringing another part, which is the base for our gift bag, and these are the gifts that you can see. I have placed some cubes on, stacked them, and created a copy of them, dynamished them all together so that they merged it. And as I promised, I am not going in Marvelous Designer for this video, and I'll abide by that. I won't be going in Marvelous Designer. I will create everything in ZBrush. So that's what you can follow. So this time, the feel should be like, the shiny plastic bag material I'm going with. So yeah, the folds will be here differently. So while detailing, I've talked about the primary details, then the medium details, then will come the tertiary details, which are the last phase, and which should be the last detailing phase for you as well, such as wrinkles, pores, and the the details for such as noise maps for clothes and everything. So the minute details, which are the final touches for your character, uh, which gives the actual natural look for it. Uh, and yeah, posing the other hand because he is holding that gift wrapped bag. Yes. So the goal was to make it look like plastic bag feeling to that bag. I don't know, I messed up something in the hat, so I was fixing it. Anyway, it's not going to be visible. Yeah, one more thing that you might want to do if you finish your model, delete the part that you don't want for your render. That saves time, and that is that is good on your disk. So yeah, save some space as well. So for the body, after everything for rendering, when I send it, I have deleted everything which was not visible, such as legs and everything below the belt. Also the parts of hands. Yeah, that you can follow. It will be easier to estimate as well. Trying to detail the hand, trying to pose it, and trying to figure out a way of how he can hold those packets. Trying to detail the bag as well. Yeah. Also, in every prop, giving the hint of the wind, because the objects which gets affected by the wind should get effects by the wind. If you think that a certain object is not that rigid and can be affected, move them, play it along with the wind. If you're showing the wind, in my case I had the wind, like an imaginary wind, I was playing along that. And here I have come to Maya, trying to create base of my axe. A lot of noises this morning. I'm sorry for that. But yeah, breakfast is important. Make sure you have a proper breakfast. Breakfast is a very important meal. And adding all the supporting edges, adding all the extrusions, shaping up the axe. And then I'll just take it to ZBrush and replace it with my placeholder. And one thing I would like to talk to you about is the goal for me. For me, I have few things in mind. I will try to create more characters, or also some lecture videos that will be helpful in the long run. And also, if you want me to create something or some some advice on some video, then go ahead, ask me questions in the description. Comments. Answer them in the next video or in the comments itself. And set yourself some goal for the next year. For goals, I might just make another after this before ending this year. Yeah. Just for a brief, something I would like to say that if you were planning to come in the field, say that you should, because things are changing. People are looking for talented artists. This is just the time. Do not delay. Do not waste your time. Set some goal. If you were learning software, or if you had something in mind, you wanted to learn certain software, set a goal of doing that. in upcoming months, and practice them. Watch videos on YouTube. I'm sure you'll find for free, and practice them. Also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, do that. Subscribe, please. It really helps me and it motivates a lot and pushes me to do more videos, such as this one. So yeah, the Santa wrapping up with thanks. I hope you're liking the process. Also, make sure you join the Discord channel. We can talk about a lot of stuff. We can talk about news, we can talk about works, you can share tips, I can send you some feedbacks, maybe, if you want. But yeah, make sure you hit the link in the description for Discord. Also, hit the like and subscribe button. This is, I don't like doing this, but yeah, if you want, if you like the videos, you can subscribe if you want. I just keep saying that in every video. Yeah, if you get some values, good for you. If you're not, let me know how I can help you. Yeah, here comes the first part. So it's just a base. I'm sure it's not even gonna be visible. Right? So my workflow was to create a tubular base around the clothes and then give it a fiber mesh and then make the fiber mesh convert that fiber mesh into geo, and then we can work our way through that, which we did. Trying to polypaint trying to figure out which colors goes best with Santa, guys. I tried green. Blue didn't work out. I wanted to keep it badass, so yeah, my eyes, they are badass, that's why. Brown, little black, something like that. So yeah, that's what I went with. I'm just kidding, my eyes are not badass, they are good looking eyes, but Santa, he is badass. I thought dark eyes are the best ways to convey that message. Again, folds, make sure it makes sense. Also, the details, I think I have kept all the parts now in the model and just giving them the secondary details that I was talking about, the medium sized details. Make sure you go in this level wise manner in your artwork, even if you're creating 2D or 3D. It's best practice to go in level wise. Your large details come first, and the medium, and then the last one, the smallest one, the tertiary details. Yeah, and detailing the beard. This time I went with a different style. I went with a little natural look. In the end, you will get to see the turntable. Do not skip right now. You possibly full video because a lot of things I have shown in this one, which you can apply in your work and practice. So in the end, there will be a turntable, and it doesn't end there. You will see the final comp results that I have kept in the end of this video. So wait for it. You might like it. The beard looks really good in that. Here. It's a little creative composition I did in Photoshop. I hope you will like it. You can do that if you are only working for still. So Santa, this work is not going to be everywhere. I'm just creating for YouTube, and maybe I'll post it on Instagram wishing Merry Christmas. Very violent, horrifying Merry Christmas, but no, not in real life. It's just an artwork. Don't take it seriously. I hope that you give some more creative process in your works as well. Do not mix everything. Very simple. Try to put some drama. People love drama movies, but this actually gives some value to your character. So yeah, here comes the performance part. just trying to figure out the coverage and the width, playing with them, playing with gravity a little bit, playing with the amount as well. Yeah, once I have finalized that, I'll accept them, I'll convert them to the geo, and I'll panel load them to make them more thick, to and then make them one mesh by clicking line mesh. That's how I made the fur. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, and you're done. So yeah, as I talked about again, the eyebrows and my lashes can come in primary detail as well. I am keeping the little bits. I don't know, I forgot maybe, but here's how it is. I hope you're liking the bowl. I hope you're liking the Santa. Trying to scare you by looking directly into your eyes. And this time I figured out that no, the mustache is not working. It's not according to Santa. It's not looking balanced. So yeah, here comes another mesh. Do not be afraid of pushing yourself. Pushing over. Add elements if you want. Reveal them, and it'll just make it more better. It'll level up your work. So I try to do that. Figure out several ways of how you can improve further. And lastly, maybe stones were left. Figure out something, since it's a little bit folded or something like that. Just make them flatten. And here, putting some body paint in the axe. Came to the secondary detail, added some of those bumps of the face, those little muscle masses, small tissues that form when you get old. Yeah, I've been old when I became young, so I know how they look, how they form. You can try that as well. Become old. I'm kidding, but yeah, I was old. And then this time, stone is in place. So it's very simple to do stones. I'm not sure it's simple, but I have made it in a very simpler form. I have a sphere, shaped them, and then clay build up. Use clay build up, and there's this odd brush pad that I have, which have those cracks or something. Some similar kind of damn standard brush which can use to give the details a little bit. And I have some alphas that I used for the rock. Again, I know I could have spent some time more rocky like, but yeah, it's fine. I do not want to spend so much time on that. I wanted the viewer to focus more where I want them to look at, which was first the face and then the rest of the body, and then lastly maybe if they notice the pose, then they can go ahead and look at the work. Right now, trying to work my way through the poly paint, and I'm in the final stages, trying to figure out a few stuff. And since he is fighting his way through animals and monsters, why not fight his way through a storm as well? So why not a bunch of snow lying on top of his body? That's the basic idea of masking and extracting the meshes and shaping them. Clay build up, my favorite. That's what I use mostly. So yeah, shaping them, putting them in places. These all you can see white things. These are small. And remember to keep saving your file. Some little bit of body paint and makeup on the face as well. Yeah, here we go. Yes. As you can see, I keep on pushing this model. Um, since it's badass, I decided it. In the end, I decided to change a little bit. Why not put a mark on the face? Make it look more badass. Not a kid-friendly Santa. No, no, no. I'm sorry, kids. Make sure to receive the present if he comes. If otherwise, he'll just throw the present at you or the axe. And we are done with the model. I'll see you in the next video. Subscribe and enjoy the final results.